Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a great one for you this morning, and what a night it's been. Busting $1 since more than 3 years ago. XRP hasn't seen this mark, ranging right now between $1.07 and 69 cents, it says. We are in good territory these days right here. And I tell you something, we're going to break this down. And guess what else? It's April 6th, ladies and gentlemen. We got a telephonic court hearing today between Ripple and the SEC. We need to brush up on what we're going to hear about that today. It is very significant. We're going to take a look at that, as well as price, some long-term outlooks, and some other news. Let's roll this beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You guys can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove. And if you don't have a Twitter account, I highly encourage you to make what we call a crypto Twitter account. Don't friend people who aren't in crypto. Just make a Twitter account. If you don't have one, make it just about crypto, and definitely follow me, Digital Asset Investor, Mr. BXRP, others out here in the space that are crypto related, XRP related, because I tell you, there's a lot of news we share that doesn't make the videos. So make sure you do that. All right, looking here, we did break $2 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency last night, and that was amazing. And it's just the beginning. I think it's going to be a lot better here going forward. But let's take a look at it, because Bitcoin stuck at $58,653 for the moment. We'll talk about that in a second here too. Ethereum over $2,000 this morning. And look at here, on the number 4 spot, up from number 7. That's the kind of move we had. Yeah, we're sitting at $1.03 this morning, and we are 41.97% on the 24-hour and 76.85% on the 7-day. What say you this morning? I got news for you. That is A-OK at my house right there. Now, we're going to go ahead and break down this news, because this is impressive, with no thanks to the SEC. We're going to get into that hearing and what we're going to see be addressed today, and talk about what that might be, and just refresh there. And we're going to want and need that to get that to get ourselves reacclimated to what they're actually going to talk about today. It could be very important. We may actually hear something that they don't intend for us to hear, but we'll get into that in a second. Right here, it says prominent crypto analyst says XRP to reclaim the top 3 spot where it was prior to the SEC lawsuit after major bullish breakout. So we are 1 spot away from that right now. Looking at this, like I said, we're ranging between 107 and 69 cents here, and that's because of the overnight. We ain't seen 69 cents in not quite 24 hours, but it's been a minute, and we have been moving. And I tell you something, it'll be interesting to see what happens today. One has to wonder, where did this price action come from, right? We have a theory here where we talk about all the time as, look, U.S. investors have been restricted and handicapped more than they ever have since the inception of cryptocurrencies with buying XRP. U.S. investors right now can only get it on a small handful of exchanges. Now, that, coupled with the fact that the price is going up while we're being handicapped and restricted from getting it in large degree, you have to ask yourself, is this accidental? Is this coincidence? A wise man once told me there are no coincidences. One thing I can say is that there is, the speculation that you could see market makers, remittance companies, and, sophisticated financial institutions and small, medium enterprises begin to buy XRP up off the exchanges where they have the accessibility to do so, because it is a global decentralized asset, right? And they could be buying it up, and we think that it's retail volume. But I don't believe that retail volume has moved it from 60 some cents to now well over $1. I mean, certainly I can't rule out the spirit animals of the world. I just know that a lot of those spirit animals are sitting on the sidelines because you have a cap on Uphold, and you can only get so much by trading into it. You have to trade into it on BitTrue, and there might be one or two other exchanges that you can get through. So that, like I said, the fact that U.S. retail investors are hugely handicapped at the moment, seeing this blow so quickly past $1, really makes you wonder where the price action came from. And we'll talk more about that in another video, but let's keep it moving for now, because this is why you buy the dip for more than 3 years. Real wealth is created during a bear market. Know what you hold. This is something we've talked about a lot on this channel. A bear market is looked at by me like planting season, just like a farmer. In a bear market, that's where you actually are disciplined. You know what you hold and you invest in it. That's my approach. This is not financial advice. It's me sharing my perspective, my approach to the market. And bull markets are looked at like a harvest time. This is not the time to buy, but this is when uneducated, undisciplined investors FOMO and come into a market. How many times have you heard somebody say, I was at the store the other day and I saw they had one of those things that you really love and it was 2 for 1, but I didn't get it. I'll wait till it's full price and come back and get it. Well, that's the way a lot of people approach being in the stock market or investing in crypto. Is they don't have the discipline or the understanding to know that you actually figure out which companies or techs or coins that you like, and you vetted them through your own personal process, and they look to stand out to you as an investment you want to make, whichever ones they are. And then you bed down a position in those, and that's planting season. And if you really know what you hold and you've done your work and your due diligence, then some of those should win. Right? That's the plan. So that's how you do it. Hashtag, how's your fancy little coin doing this morning? Well, I can tell you, I've got some family members that think I'm cuckoo for being in XRP. And I tell you what, it won't be long later today. I'm sure they'll be ringing the phone asking me, how's your fancy little coin doing? Because I saw it's actually doing pretty good. I'm thinking about getting some. Can you help me? And then I'll tell them, well, I can, but you'll be restricted because you have to use something like Uphold or BitTrue, and then it's going to be a bit of a hang up getting through that process. And it's too late to help them at this point. Looking here, Cardano's Charles Hoskinson's leaks that Cardano Ethiopia deal was signed by minister. I did look into this article, and it looks pretty promising. It says it's been revealed that Cardano community has been eagerly awaiting the very final confirmation of the Ethiopia deal since back in February, according to the latest report. John O'Connor, director of African operations at IOG, revealed at the time that the company of Cardano inventor Charles Hoskinson was in the final stages of a government contract in Ethiopia to bring a few million users onto Cardano blockchain. Now that is something I want to see more and more with Cardano. There's no question about it. Cardano's been in a build mode, and now it looks to be that they're going out here and making these deals, and that is pretty exciting. So make sure you check it out if you're interested. All right. I'm not even going to try it. The chairman and CEO and governor of the Sacramento Kings announced this evening on Clubhouse that everyone in his organization could receive their pay in as much Bitcoin as they wanted. How about that? Change is going to come. Change is here. This is a reminder from Rob Licker this morning. Thank you, Rob, because this is very important. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, look, if you are a Kava holder, and you hold Kava tokens, you have voting rights. There's Proposition 41 is still almost 4% short with just 2 days left to go, 1 day left to go now. So I think you got today and tomorrow at the most. So make sure if you're a Kava token holder, go in there and click the link on the description. I have it right in the top of the box, the comment section and description box. If you hold Kava tokens, let's close the gap on that 4%. Let's get that vote done, because this is not about tech. This is about true decentralization. Okay, that's what this is about. So make sure you definitely go vote on that. And by the way, Kava's got mad earnings. Look at these API returns with compound interest here. Bitcoin's currently paying 58.46. XRP's paying 45+% returns. Kava 25 and 70% on hard token. So again, I'm going to learn how to do this. We're going to figure it out, and I'm going to share with you guys what I've done and how it actually works. So Financial Services Minister John Glenn said the UK government would target stablecoins in order to prevent threats to competition in a bid to prevent single private player from coming to dominate the market. And look, this is something we've talked about plenty here. Okay. The central banks, the governments of the world are not interested in a bunch of private stablecoin players competing with their government money, digital or paper. This is why you don't see people handing out paper dollars from ABC private paper dollar company. Yeah, that's why you don't see that. So again, I've said the maturity of the market greatly degrees on the launch of CBDCs and getting this stable coins right between public and private relationships and things of that nature. This continues to take shape. I would encourage all of us to understand this is only going to get bigger with the CBDCs being the official on and off ramps of the space. Doesn't mean necessarily that you won't see, public-private relationships, because I think that's exactly how they're going to get it done sooner than any of the timelines we've been hearing from most of them. So, okay, in the past 24 hours, 2 Ripple ODL corridors based in near opposite parts of the world, Luxembourg and Australia, have shifted an astounding 72.6 million XRP, along with a few other crypto exchanges. I mean, while an SEC lawsuit's happening here in the United States, I think what we're learning with the dollar plus price, and certainly the U.S. courts are learning, is that XRP certainly got utility somewhere, or people wouldn't be buying it. Remember this. During the 3 years when XRP was down and the price wasn't moved, it was stuck and just going sideways, because there's nothing about what XRP is doing that says it's slow and steady like a regular stock market. That's for sure. That's off the table. But what is on the table is the notion that while the 3+ years we've been watching XRP in a bear market, Ripple has had incredible success. Incredible success. To the point that even the SEC's pointed it out in their lawsuit. We'll take a look at that in a few minutes. But the truth is that now we see Ripple being sued over the sales of XRP from Ripple in OTC situation, direct sales, being unregistered securities. In other words, they're not saying the token is a security. They're saying Ripple sales to all of those people that they had connected with OTC sales to make that contractual agreement, that pre-allocating, a certain amount of XRP in an options contract, let's say, like they did with R3, right? To the amount of, based on formula-wise, based on the amount of volume they project to bring onto the network. That's what they're being sued over, right? And today in the telephonic hearing, we are to hear about 4 documents for which 2 have not been agreed upon to keep sealed. And Ripple wants all 4 to stay sealed. I'm going to talk about that in a second too. So the reality here is that, you saw a lot of progress out of Ripple while XRP was flat. And now Ripple is being sued over the sales they made of XRP with their partners and customers, while XRP's doing well and Ripple's underneath this lawsuit. I think this is intentional to show an absolute decoupling in the fundamentals of Ripple, the blockchain infrastructure company, and XRP, the digital asset, which I feel is a convertible virtual currency. All right, now moving on here, this is a reminder from some of the technical analysts that we have been following, and they are all in alignment. Now, I showed a couple of these things yesterday, but stay with me because we're going to the court hearing in just 1 second here. But this is a reminder because, obviously every market albeit a convertible virtual currency, a commodity, or a stock, is going to take a breath at some point. But the reality is we broke 80 cents yesterday, and we're headed to 384 next, which is going to be that plus, I believe, once it does. But that doesn't mean we won't see some ebb and flow in the process. But look here, we did break $2 trillion as a cryptocurrency market cap yesterday, collectively, right? That is remarkable. That is a first time hit right there yesterday. So, I mean, look, where we're going here is a very serious place. Regulators, governments, no one is taking this lightly at this point. Okay, 8 trillion is the size and market cap of gold, give or take, and we are looking at 2 trillion here. So that is pretty remarkable. What, 25% of gold market cap? So yeah, it's a serious conversation at this point. And again, reminder that we did break the dollar. Now we're taking a breath at 97 cents, right? Totally cool. It's, it's a part of it. You're going to ebb and flow. You can't expect it to just be parabolic forever, right? So looking here, we know that some of the next targets, because we did hit these things, could be $1.13. Well, I know we hit $7 at least. Well, damn, that ain't pretty damn good by Dark Defender here, right? Seriously. I mean, shout out to this technical analyst right here who has called this green area triangle, which broke into pieces. I mean, he even puts down here, as we track what he's doing and stuff. I love that he validates where he made the call and those type of things. Really love that. And we also love and appreciate this long-term shot, which, by the way, this is the euro, not the pound. I think I misspoke yesterday and said it was the pound, but it's not. But here's the dollar conversion, US dollar conversion. And right now, this is where we are. Okay, we're between 75 cents and $1.40 in this block here, which puts us right in this area here. Okay. Now, what we're talking about is that, we're looking at the idea that, this is 2021 here. This is July, right? So we're looking at the idea that sometime very soon we could see this market take a breath, right? We could see this market take a breath, pull back a bit, get prepared. And then they're talking about the idea in the second quarter of 2021, which is not too far away here, hitting $20 for XRP. $20 for XRP. Possibly everything keeps holding and continues to move. We could be chasing down in the third quarter a $125 XRP. Or $100 euro, however you want to call it. So, and appreciate Dark Defender, Crypto Bull 2020, Crypto Toes, Crypto Wizard ask an incredible question and has a paid private group too, by the way. They're serious business. And I want to tell you, the question really is, what will the price be after they relist XRP? Huh? What will the price be then? Pretty good question, right? It is a damn good question. Now, here we know we have the actual hearing coming up today. Now, let's talk about this, get ourselves reacclimated to what it is we're going to hear today and why is it so important we had to have another hearing. Ripple can only agree with the SEC on redaction or sealing of 2 out of the 4 documents. Let's see, in light of Tuesday's hearing, motion to seal are likely just a sideshow, but listen to what goes on here and then some thoughts from Jeremy Hogan from Legal Briefs. Shout out to you, my friend. So looking at this, it says, in Ripple's legal dispute against the SEC, things have been no less quiet in recent days than the weeks before. However, both parties are currently arguing about an issue that will probably not really be decisive for the outcome of the case. Jeremy Hogan commented on Twitter after the magistrate judge Sarah Netburn granted Ripple's motion to temporarily seal 4 documents on March 31st temporarily. She ordered Ripple and SEC to agree on redactions by April 2nd. As the latest court document reveal, both parties managed to agree on redactions to 2 email communications. Specifically, one email was between Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple Works, the company's nonprofit VC arm, venture capitalist arm. The second email communication was between anonymous parties and concerns the public perception of XRP and the control of Ripple. Now listen very carefully here. On the other side, Ripple's legal team explained that no agreement was reached on the 2 other documents. These concern personal financial information of Ripple's executive Chris Larsen. On the on the one hand, and sensitive information regarding the initial distribution of XRP. Did you hear what I just said? That's where they're having trouble with these documents, about the sensitive information regarding the initial distribution of XRP, including information gleaned from discussions with counsel. I take you to line 82 of the Ripple SEC lawsuit, where Ripple also undertook to achieve its goal of widespread adoption of XRP by exchanging XRP for non-cash consideration, which means pre-contractual agreement or pre-allocation, such as labor and market-making services. Come on in. That's what we're talking about here today regarding the initial distribution of XRP. Going on here, April 6th could bring new momentum. Attorney Jeremy Hogan summed up the documents are merely a sideshow and pointed out the next big event will take place on today, April 6th. That's when the telephonic hearing discovery conference will take place to discuss Ripple's motion to disclose SEC documents classification of Bitcoin and Ethereum non-securities, Hogan stated. In SEC versus Ripple, there's been a lot of activity regarding motion to seal documents and some other minor disclosure issues. One should not lose sight of the forest for the trees, Jeremy says. These motions are not critical to the case. The next big event is April 6th hearing. As Hogan further elicited, it is difficult to comment on the arguments about the motions to seal Ripple documents because the public doesn't know what is in the documents. But what I can say for sure is that Ripple does not want the public to see them. One can only speculate about the motivation behind this trench warfare, as Hogan notes. Is the fighting becoming personal for the SEC, or does the SEC believe there are PR issues at play here? This probably won't affect the case directly, but a letter from securities lawyer to Ripple saying it will likely get sued and subject employees and business partners to litigation is not good PR for Ripple, even if it was 9 years ago. Meanwhile, the lawyer again stated via Twitter that the SEC itself seemed unsure whether it has enough evidence against Ripple. Had the U.S. agency gathered sufficient facts in advance of the lawsuit, it could have sought an injunction to prevent Ripple from violating the law, Hogan discussed. I wonder if the SEC truly believes Ripple is violating the law. Why didn't it move for a preliminary injunction? They certainly have done so in other cases. The standard is one of substantial likelihood of success. Perhaps the SEC doesn't have the facts and believes it will procure the facts through discovery. Or perhaps it is worried about the substantial nature of the bond and damages it would have to pay if it lost. In any case, the failure to file for a preliminary injunction is not a sign of SEC strength. And that's where we are on this day, and it is pretty amazing. Guys, it is coming up later today. I am going to tune into that and listen to it if it's available to the public, and I will take lots and lots of notes and let you guys know what's going on. Enjoy it. This is amazing. I mean, we're hit $1. I don't know where. Let's see where we are before we get out of here today. Taking a breath at 98 cents. That's what we're doing. But we were just at $1.07 not too long ago here, just moments ago. So just know that the market breeze, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we going next? I'll tell you one thing. I think this hearing will help us find out for us all. So that's what we're going to look into. I will catch all of you on the next one. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section, guys. CryptoTaxAudit.com. It is the best. It's Clinton Donnelly, and it's like $35 for a package program monthly to avoid audit, have audit protection. It absolutely costs a lot less than a tax audit. I can tell you that much. Very affordable. Make sure you check that out, and all the other links in the description as well. I'll catch all of you on the next one.